What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another East Side Block episode. I'm not excited to do this one just because it really hits home. This news it legitimately killed me. Um I saw it and I was just sad. Um and I think that when I speak for kind of like the impact he had on me, he came to my school. He had um, donated money to my school and kind of helped fuel what I wanted to do. And when I saw this, I was just like, man, that's just despicable and just just kind of sad because it really was not the person that I thought he was. And I think a lot of people would say that when I think of like Baltimore legends, you think of like Ray Lewis, like football legends. You think of Ray Lewis, you think of Ed Reed, Terrell Suggs, Lamar Jackson, Justin Tucker. Like those are the guys you think of, and it really stung to be like this guy is just clearly clearly wasn't in his right mind back in the day, and just made mistakes you cannot make as a football player, as somebody with that status, as somebody with that kind of money. So yeah, it was real rough to see, and just painful. You want to root for the team and root for the guys, and like part of the reason why I love the Orioles is they got a lot of young guys that hopefully are good people you can root for, and get behind. So you know, you know, clearly money at an early age can affect what you do, and yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of just be breaking down my thoughts on the whole Tucker situation, what I think the Ravens should do, what I think Royal Farms should do. Obviously, is a huge Royal Farms, um, I guess partnership as well. So we'll get into all that. But for those that do not know or have not been in tune, um, basically this is where it all began on the Baltimore banner here. Um, Obviously, it says Royal Farms is closely monitoring the accusations. Um, this is the podcast. Uh, why this investigation hurts because he's a Baltimore legend, and then just kind of the deep dive. These are all the kind of articles that came from it. I believe this is the original, or um, maybe this is the updated one. But anyways, click this. Um, yeah, trigger warning for before we get into this. Trigger warning for sexual assault and any sexual misconduct. But yeah, basically he's accused of behaving in a sexually inappropriate manner at four high-end spas in Baltimore, and yeah, there's some warning in this where I wanted to believe, like when it first came out, that um uh, like I was like, oh, maybe it's not real, and um then it came out that there was handwritten stuff, and I believe it's in this one that we find that. I excuse me if I've just it's really is it's took me a while to do this video, so I just hate having to. Do I not have a free kit account? Shoot, all right, whatever. Um, Anyhow, basically more evidence came to light, and it was like I couldn't deny what was being said. But basically, um, you can kind of read this. He was exposing himself, brushing them, and this is in 2016, 2012 to 2016. So it's early on, and I think people can make mistakes. Like obviously I make mistakes. I made mistakes in my life, but I think when you are at that time and age and you have this money, you have this outlook on like this is what I'm doing with my life, like you can't be making mistakes like this. Like you need to take accountability, and I think that this is it's hard to see, but I think that accountability needs to be had, and I think the Ravens should get rid of him. And it hurts to say, like he's obviously this season he knew this shit was coming out. He been knew that this was. You wanna know why he had a bad season? He mentally couldn't handle it. He knew this fucking video, this article was dropping, and he was gonna have to deal with it. And I just think it's stupid that fucking that they didn't bring this out sooner. To be honest, like I wish this would have come out during that time. Like that's why a part of me thought maybe it was fake. Oh, they waited till he was real successful, and then decided they wanted to drop this. But at the end of the day, this is happening in the community, and if you know anything about Baltimore, we need to create strong communities and back each other up, and we can't be having this shit. You can't be having this, and I think the problem that I'm having with keeping him on the team is like there needs to be a basically zero tolerance policy. Like I don't want this shit on the team. I don't want him being known as the all that Justin Tucker stuff like this been going around. Like I don't want that having to deal with that as a fan. Like get it gone. This is no different. It's I feel like maybe it's just because I'm seeing it from a lot of fans' perspective, but people backing him up. It's like, what are we doing? These people have had terrible experiences. These massage therapists have had just absolutely wild ass experiences with this man that are wildly inappropriate. You can't let that shit slide. At minimum, he needs to address that. He comes out and says that, well, not him, his lawyers come out and say that he's, denying everything. Like, there needs to be some sort of kind of justice, I think. And I think that he just needs to be cut from everything. I think he should be dropped from Royal Farms. I don't think he should have a job as a kicker. I think that that's maybe extreme, and I'm not being forgiving of the other, you know, of the fact that he's probably grown as a person. But when you come to my school and you say what he said and the professionalism and you embody that and you have this ghost behind you, like you need to you need to kind of pay for what you did. Like if this was anybody else, they're probably arrested on the spot. Like let's just be real. Like I think that there's definitely a privilege thing here, him being white and having money. Like you know, I would like to see some accountability, and I don't think that's gonna happen. Honestly, and this might be a bold ass take, but I think the Ravens are gonna keep him. I think they're gonna say, "Oh, the accusations, were," and I don't even know how you investigate this. There's no lawsuit that comes from this. Like, there's no criminal charges that are gonna be pressed. Like, it's real messy, and I think that it really just paints a bad image for Tucker, and it's deservedly so. Like, the fact that there was handwritten notes is what really gets me, and I think that can't go unnoticed. Like it's it's hard to deny. It's hard to be like, it's he said, she said when you have nine, I think it's up to nine people now that are saying the same thing. Like you can't really hide that shit. So you have handwritten evidence. It's real disappointing, and I'm hoping that he is just gotten rid of. I think the Ravens are gonna do that. I think he's gonna be our kicker. Um, and I think that it's gonna be something Ravens fan had to deal with. We gonna be, you know, other fan bases gonna be on our ass for having a kicker that's it's treating women bad. You already have kickers that are not in great light right now, and we're gonna have ours. So honestly, I think they're gonna keep them. I think that they're gonna probably brush all of this under the rug and try to just let it die down. But it was real disappointing and real saddening. And I'm not gonna get a Tucker jersey. I'm not gonna you know be as happy when he's on the field and knowing what he's done in his past. And I get people can change. I understand that, but a lot of people have to pay for their mistakes immediately when they make them. And he had a blessing to not have to deal with that, but I think he still should have to pay. Like if this was a regular person, it's the same situation. So we'll see what comes of it. But yeah, that pretty much sums up my thoughts. And yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. See if I'm right. See if the Ravens keep him. See if Royal Farm still keeps his their partnership together, and we'll see what it goes from there. But I think that I'm really hoping that he has repercussions for this because um, it's 2025. We as men need to be to be holding each other accountable, and this is a perfect situation of setting the tone for young men that this behavior is unacceptable. So hopefully that's what they do. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Thank you for watching. Hit like and subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, if you want to go check out my thoughts on the Super Bowl, I'll have that up. And yeah, see y'all in the next one. Peace.